Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special new commentary series featuring myself, Greyshot151. Yes, not Greyshot117. Basically, what I wanted to do is, I noticed a few people asking for a RUSE commentary. I'm going to speed this up just because of the beginning. So I decided to bring back probably, well, the commentary series to my favorite game on the computer. Well, one of my favorite games. Civ Beyond Earth is pretty good. Not sure if it's my favorite. Any case, I digress. But with me as well are a few staple gentlemen. We have Redman in the center playing as United Kingdom. I almost forgot myself as I am playing Germany. And we have Blueleader on the far left playing the US of A. USA. USA. But, in any case, what we have here is basically a mirror image on the left side with mirroring Blueleader is Hum as the USA, mirroring Redman is Muller as the United Kingdom, and mirroring Sir is myself. Now, I think I should note that throughout the game, I'm going to be basically detailing the strengths of how to create a beachhead, or how to basically break into the enemy side, because, as you can see right over here, there are multiple bridges that are across the map. Basically, these bridges are the only way we can cross, and they're very easy to choke point. And with that, usually we have the very, very late games, if this game goes long enough. There's usually an artillery war, as well as a massive heavy tank war, and then a massive air war. So it's kind of why I like this map. So, but I digress. Blueleader is going anti-air and infantry, as you can see here, with the successful taking of Prom, creating a nice little beachhead and allowing some units to be able to cross. With that as well, we have Spitfires. Redman Spitfires, who are basically just destroyed his Spitfires. So again, a nice little victory. And then we also have myself going tanks. So as you can see, we're pretty much going the staples. I will admit Germany is really good at air, which I do at a later date. But I mean, come on, at the very beginning, gotta go with the heavy Tiger, the Tiger. But in any case, I digress. Redman, noticing this small detachment over here, decides to send fighters and easily strafe them. They are outnumbered, outgunned, and even though the Spitfires, which he is fighting, are the greatest, well, guess what? Redman has Spitfires as well. So, outnumbering them 2-1, even if they are good, they're not that great. But we also do see, we do see over here, I believe it's Hum? Yeah, Hum. Hum basically sends a large infantry detachment into the city of Prum, attacking it from two sides and basically diverting his forces. A tactic I'm going to be using later on in the game, but it's a solid tactic nonetheless, and it's able to basically overrun Prum, even with the valiant defenders of the city giving it their all. It's just not enough, and they are overwhelmed. Deciding to basically, again, as I said with the choke points, provide some infantry support, I send a Tiger over to the right side as well to basically make sure the infantry don't cross that bridge. And basically to pepper the ones that are outside. Now, let me speed this up a little. Basically, what we have here then is, again, myself, I'm building Tigers, and Blueleader is going to be focusing on taking back that city. Redman's going to be lending some air support, some excellent AA fire, if I may add, and he's going to be basically making sure the enemy cannot break or not cross the water with air without paying dearly for it. Now, I should note, on the right side, we do have Blueleader. He's building armored artillery and AA. Again, the United States probably has my favorite support weapons because they are so diverse and they're pretty good. In the United States, you have probably the best mobile AA. The priests are armored, so you don't have to worry about them getting killed, about the cost of them being expensive, and you also have the fact that, well, the Willies from the barracks are cheap. Not sure why he built Chaffies, but I digress. In any case, over here, Redman launches another counter-assault, trying to, pepper off the few stragglers, but, again, it doesn't seem the case, and he does lose a few planes. In fact, that's a loss on Redman's front. And, while I'm speaking of things that we should be worried about, they are, as you can see, they are building admins. They currently have they have 2. I myself have 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So, okay, maybe not worried about too much. But it is enough to pester. In any case, a nice little, we have an air battle in the center. Basically, them trying to gain a little foothold over here, but it is not successful. And with this foothold also secure, Blueleader sending not only creation of a new supply base, but also the creation, basically the assault from a Chaffee on this left flank. Again, Blueleader is very overconfident when it comes to this. He's very good at creating a small defense, but when it comes to expansions, not the best, to be quite honest. And that's just me. Oh, but in any case, let's not miss the main action, shall we? And over here in the center, without saying with occupied by my forces, which I kind of stupidly did not do, I myself have now sending forces desperately to the side, trying to, you know, get them in. But sadly, they don't make it. They don't make it by a long margin. Oh, that infantry is just doomed. Let me slow this down. So basically, what we have is a Tiger front moving in, and luckily for myself, I have my Tigers spread out over the area. Basically, they are flanking, and this basically stops the Tigers from overwhelming my, fewer units, and it forces them to basically move their turrets in opposite directions. Which the Tiger is not the fastest. Well, they're not the tank with the fastest turret speed. I think that's pretty much shown in the new movie Fury, as if I see by the trailers. In any case, I digress. The Muller sends some Typhoons, which, again, not the most successful, because even though he does bomb them, they're quickly enamored by, again, these Spitfires, which are not letting them go easily. Luckily, Hums has some a light AA barrier, so stops any, ooh, is it going to make it? Is it going to make it? Nope, it's not going to make it. Basically stopping any heavy units. And then with these Tigers basically surrounded on fronts by Fireflies, which, again, Fireflies for the British, if I had to say two things the British are great at, it's their air and their anti-tank guns. Their anti-tank guns, these Fireflies are just, they're armored, they can fire while moving, they're fast, they're pretty much everything you want. So, but now I digress. With this, we now have basically a solid line with Blueleader holding the left peninsula and Sir holding the right. Sir was definitely probably the better of the two players, but let me speed this up a little. But now with this foothold secured, Blueleader is going to try again for Prüm, which again is not defended, thus an infantry battalion is able to quickly run in and secure the city, allowing, or basically stopping any heavy armor that he may want, which again, as you can note right here, he is building armor now. He's going to be building Pershings, if I believe, and he's basically stopping him from sending infantry, or not infantry, tanks across. Again, a solid strategy. Though I will note, as I made earlier, we did have more admins. As you can see, we had, what, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. As you can see, these gentlemen have 4, 7, 10. So they are outnumbering us with admins, and they are continually to build admins. So they are winning the economic war, which you can definitely see. They're mass producing Pershings, they are mass producing heavy Tigers. So they are winning this war, and we need to stop them very quickly, or else we are going to lose our advantage, or our choke points very, very quickly. We're going to lose that advantage. Essentially, thinking about this, I do. Ooh, that's not the best. Basically, thinking of this advantage, I build Stukas. Again, the Stuka is probably the best fighter bomb in the game. It's $20. It's cheap. And it basically can kill a King Tiger with 3 hits. 3 hits. That's freaking great. I mean, so if you had a whole bunch of these, they're excellent, excellent, and they have decent fighter, ability. So there is that. But in any case, this gentleman with Fighter Typhoon sends his own units to attack this AA, which again is not a smart thing at all, especially with these fighters in the mid-pursuit. Basically, with this, they are all sent down, and that is a massive loss for the enemy. Not to mention, that massive loss did nothing, because, again, here's something I should note, and I'm going to say it once and I'll say it again. If you have fighter... You should always focus on fighters unless you know that you have air support. I focused on fighter bombers because I know Redman Spitfires are cheap and they can be mass produced, so I didn't have to worry about, shielding my guys. These guys, on the other hand, only have one base and they're very few fighter support, very little fighter support. So right now they're at air loss, and with that air loss, they're going to be paying for it very, very soon. Over here, a nice little blockade is being made, and we have Pershings, we have M16s, and we also have the Greyhound, and some M19s as well being brought in, which, again, this gentleman basically is making sure he has enough AA to cover himself against any Stuka bombings. Definitely in this front area right here. Because obviously if he loses those Pershings, that's a very big loss. What we do have over here, though, speaking of heavy tanks, is another assault with Tigers. This gentleman sends 6 Tigers and 3 Greyhounds. The Greyhounds pretty much, I don't know, destroying anything in their way to blow a hole through this opening again. Sadly, the Fireflies are remaining, and I had built Flak 88s. Flak 88s, great anti-tank guns, great anti-air guns, and with my Stukas basically able to bombard them from far with little to no air support, it's pretty much short of my victory. I mean, not short of my victory, but short of a victory on our front. But if we bring myself over to Hum's base, this I mentioned about they beating us economically. Well, this is Redman assuring them that they don't win economically. And with a steady bombing run, Hum's base is left in absolute rubble. Just look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Those bombs falling from the air. The bombs bursting in air gave truth through the night that nothing was there. But in any case, with these bombing runs... Ooh, by the way, fun fact, watch this. Oh, wait, was it this one? I guess it's at a later date. But there'll be a fun little thing with that wheelie. Keep an eye on that wheelie, ladies and gentlemen. But in any case, with the basically attack secured, this gentleman has been severely crippled, and with the only thing holding back our armies or these units, well, Blueleader is basically now making sure he can artillery them from afar. So very good strategy nonetheless. And again, I should note, the other thing I should note about this strategy is, again, on this map, you want to focus on one person. That's why creating a beachhead is the name of this freaking video. By weakening one person to an extreme amount and basically forcing them to lose all their units, you basically create an opening for the other side. Because essentially, if you get over to this side, let's say if you get bases or something over here, not only do you have more land than the enemy, but you also have, there's very little choke points for the enemy. So again, it's very what's the name of this place? Rhinesburg? Yeah, weird. But you basically created some very good choke points. As you can see over here, I send another detachment of Stukas trying to basically blow a hole into all these Sturm Grenadiers, which is somewhat successful. They're probably like 20 or 25 dead, but then the availing of these King Tigers are unshown, which basically are very, very bad in my book. But speaking of very bad things in people's books, Redman, again, proving air superiority, does another bombing run. And there is just nothing left this time around. And as you can see, the base is completely gone. It is nothing but ash. The AAs, though, is too much to handle, and all these units do go down in a blaze of glory. In fact, they actually go down in a blaze of glory, and as you can see, they go down near Prüm, hurting some of the units a little bit. So there's that. But basically, with the base gone and little reinforcements, there's now nothing left to stop a massive assault, which, as you can see, I'm preparing for, and Blueleader has enough units for. Sir, noticing his allies in trouble, tries to divert us with a minor infantry rush against these Fireflies, which was a smart tactic. The only downside is, though, he retreated when he should have attacked in the forest. And he also, as again I should note, he didn't make full use of any air cover, because now Redman can just come in strafe, I can come in bomb. There's just no AA, and that's something he definitely did not have at any time, which was AA. And with no AA, basically his units are going to get bombed to high heaven. Ooh, I love the cinematic shots. Just, there goes the King Tiger. Beautiful, beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. But basically now, noticing this large army coming in, Hum decides to send a large army to Prüm to basically secure it, try to hold out, buy himself some time. But even with all this infantry attacking at one time, it's just not enough. Again, if you're going to attack with infantry, attack with one clump, which this gentleman did not do. He attacked them with multiple clumps, or basically in a streamlined. And essentially, it was just not enough, and these Pershings just didn't have it. They didn't have the time. So now these Super Pershings can attack from long range, basically hurting and basically doing some massive damage. And basically stopping, and basically destroy. God damn it, I keep saying that word, sorry. I will not say basically for the rest of this video. Essentially, with all these tanks dead, Blueleader is allowed to basically... God, I keep saying it. Blueleader is allowed to assault the enemy without any armor or any worry. There, I will not. I'm like forcing myself to say it, which is hurting me now. I'll fast forward a little bit since this is going to get very old very quickly. Large army is sent. Redman's doing bombing runs. I send Sturm Grenadiers to the center, and with no heavy armor in the center, this battle has been won. So I'm going to speed this up a little. So as you can see, with the Beachhead won and a Beachhead attained, there is nothing left to stop them. And Muller, again, I'm not gonna. With this is pretty much self-explanatory. With no armor in the center, I'm basically... God damn it! I am allowed to go through the center with little to no resistance, and I'm able to wipe away all of the defenses. Blueleader on the left side is able to take and destroy all these little units, anything that remains of Bubba's forces. And with nothing left, we basically... we easily turn the tables on the enemy, and as you can see, with bombing runs and overwhelming tank fire, not to mention my own Sturm Grenadiers, we were able to turn the tide on this fight. Let me just turn the battle to show it from their view. Redman deciding he wants to send an infantry rush, decides to drop in paratroopers, elite infantry, and with, you know, since they're overwhelmed on the ground, is not going to turn out very well. Oh wow, that's a lot of dead units. So as you can see, I send my units from the right, overwhelming his King Tigers and his placements, while Redman basically annihilates everything over here. And we both stream in like I don't know, like a waterfall, like a stream, like a river, into the enemy base and overrun it. Essentially, again, that is why creating a beachhead is so important, because it's so hard to contain an enemy once he crosses that bridge. It's another reason why I think center of gravity is pretty good, is because you don't have those checkpoints as easily as you do have this on this map. So maybe next time I'll have it on that map, but again, it's just no use, and basically the enemy is just eviscerated. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like this commentary series, you know, opening a beachhead on Scrum 3v3. Redman and Blueleader did awesome jobs, and as you can see, after we destroyed their admins, they just couldn't keep up with us economically, which you can see right here, which is basically no. I'm gonna start ripping off my arm every time I say that word. But essentially, an economy is key to this game. An economy is probably the greatest strength you have in this game, and while units are great, being able to outproduce the enemy is, again, what the Soviets did to the Germans. Outproduction, more men, more machines, more power, and even if they were better, their quality is outnumbered by, or their quality is outdone by the quantity. So in any case, guys, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time in RUSE commentary number 3.
God damn it! We made it to the end again! Okay, what's the plan?
Okay, we just do what we did last time, except we don't die in the
Fucking run.